go find some then.
Alright, if you're gonna go find someone, where would you like to start?
I think maybe the library actually.
Hmm.
If anyone wants to come with.
Anyone would like to join Tyron on his trip back to the library?
I'll join him.
Sorry, who was that?
Lambis.
Okay. So we got Tyron and Lambus going to the library. Anyone else? Nope. Alrighty then. So, Tyron and Lambus, you both head out to the library, going to the upper rings of the city, where you come across the familiar doors and walls, them automatically opening for you, where you see a bunch of students in the process of packing up a lot of their things. Some are still in their seats when you were last here. Another pile of books from what you could see, and a few others just making their way towards the entrance. A few cross your path, give you a glance or two before hurriedly make their way past you guys.
How to get Discord onto speaker on your phone, because it's not giving me the option and I do not know where to enable that.
I'm not quite sure what you meant by that.
I'll try and figure it out.
Alrighty. So, Lambus Tyron, what are you doing?
Oh. Thought the plan was to just scout.
So just looking, seeing if any catch your eye.
Sort of, yeah. Anyone sort of looks like they'd be good with magic and a bit willing to come along.
Alright, at first glance, all you see are students, a lot of them wearing uniform and that, and you automatically assume that you're not going to find any capable mages here. So, glancing a little bit more, you two head a little bit deeper into the library, where you see two mages chatting with each other. One seems to be in a very decorative robes, while the other very plain but far different to the students that you've seen. Both seem to be talking about arcane topics that you have never heard before in your life.
I think the shot land this.
Not much to lose here.
Alright. Let's approach and conversation.
All right. You approach the two. They put a pause in their conversation and look at you. One you can see is a gnome. The one in the plain robes is a gnome, while the other in the you can see is a full orc. Much skinnier than what you'd expect, but still intimidating in size. And both look at you as the gnome speaks up. Can we help you?
Well, actually, I was wondering about that. See, I get the impression that you two are quite proficient in arcane arts.
Oh, wow. You be correct in your judging. And
Okay.
is there something that we could do for you specifically?
Yes. Bluntly, we have a need for someone capable of removing a curse on someone very important. Not any ordinary curse, mind. One extremely powerful.
Alright, when you say curse, there's a lot of things that go into just very quickly, what is the nature of this curse? Is it a sort of death kind of curse or lifelong?
A little bit of both. A very long acting curse that does kill or petrify, I think.
The orc speaks up at this moment. Just, and by who was this curse cast on?
Mm, Someone you might have heard of, actually. One of the royals of Doreen.
Oh, interesting. I see.
Of course, I shouldn't have to say. If you do help, the Doreen Kingdom will be greatly indebted.
Yes, yes, they could pay as much gold as they want, but it's not going to be sufficient. Um, Bardock, you think the price worthy enough for our services? The gnome kind of looks down, scratches his chin. Well, I have been meaning to collect a few ingredients. If you're willing to get said ingredients for yours truly, we might be inclined to help out your royals in distress.
Of course. And what might you be looking for?
So, we're gonna need a. Let me get the pronunciation here. We're going to need 2 pairs of Remoraz eyes.
Very well.
Would
And
we
that's
know
all.
what there is?
Make me a nature check. See if you've heard of it before. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's a nice start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Lambus, you would have definitely heard of these terrifying creatures, as they are ambush centipede-like monsters that burrow into the snow and attack their victims when they come near. They are large, very tough creatures to kill. I would
Yeah.
say that you've heard countless stories of carts being ambushed by said creatures and only a handful escaping, as these things just destroy everything that passed by and carrying on. There's stories of people gone missing in a well-known Remoraz dens. So, if you guys can get me those eyes, Rule and be inclined to help you.
2 pairs.
Yes, 2 pairs.
I don't want it to feel like you're doing the job for us, but where we can find them at least.
Well, there have been a few uh, documented towards the east side of the kingdom. It's not that far, about half a day's ride from city walls, but it's a dangerous beast to be hunting. I mean, Rule and I were gonna go try and take these things on ourselves, but if you can do it for us, we can potentially lift a curse for you.
I think that works.
We have a deal then. Holds out his hand towards you, Lambus, because you're his height. Oh, a little bit taller, but
We scratch your back and you scratch ours, and I'll shake his hand.
good, good. Just before you guys are about to leave, Rule, the orc, stops you. Uh, one last question. Was it a wizard or creature that cast this curse on the royals?
What do hags count as?
Pretty sure hags would count as fiends. And double
It,
check.
it depends which one there is. If it is the green hag, it's Fey. If it is the other one, it's
Well, you know that the magic came from Feywild, or is Fey, so it would be Fey creature.
Well, I'll just relay that then.
See, both of them kind of just look at each other. Well, get us those eyes and we'll lift your curse. And good luck.
Just nod.
Alright. You leave the library. While they are gone, did any of you guys do anything of your own? Maybe explore the place a bit? Alright. So, Tyron and Lambus, you make your way back to the party where you relay this information to everyone. Are you guys going now, or are you gonna wait until the next day?
It is like already fairly late in the day, I assume.
It's slightly past midday. I mean, the walk. No, yeah, it's approaching afternoon. So, yeah, the sun is already coming down on the horizon.
Maybe leave early in the morning tomorrow.
Alright. You all head to your separate rooms, getting a nice long rest, preparing for the inevitable fight that you'll be having tomorrow. Before Yuna, am I right? You're the one with the stone. You can just type in chat yes or no. Yanni, alright.
Yeah, all of us has a stone. I think I need to be.
I think you have your own and the party has their.
Yeah.
Yuna is the stoniest.
Yuna or Yanni? Because I'm hearing Yuna from Cola and then Yanni from Yuna.
Let's assume Yanni then.
I'll quickly check.
Quickly execute. Put stone on everyone.
Alright, well, I'm assuming you two are going to be in the same room. So just before you were about, just before Yanni, you were about to begin your meditation, both of you hear a message coming from one of the two stones that you wield. You recognize the voice instantly belonging to Roki. And she sounds kind of desperate and should we yeah, kind of desperate. Guys, what the fuck have you been doing? Get here now. We need help. Please hurry. Oh shit. It's coming back. Just be quick. Before it suddenly stops.
I'll just send the message back. Working on it. Greatness cannot be rushed. Whatever you are dealing with, I have trust in you to handle it. No, I have faith in you to handle it, not trust.
Alright. Message sent. You all take a long rest. Waking up in the morning to the smell of warm porridge and salted pork. A new day begins, and I'm assuming you all are just gonna get straight to in some remoras.
Yeah.
Seems so.
Alright. You will climb on your cart and following the two mages' descriptions, head east into the forest. As no roads actually make their way east. Anyone gonna keep watch?
Yeah, I'll keep watch.
Alright, roll me perception, please.
17.
Very nice. I'm assuming while you were at the library, Lambus would have described to you the creatures that we're looking for. So you have a pretty good idea of what to expect. More specifically, looking at the ground in case you see any suspicious mounds or burrows that could be your prey. Aside from the heavily packed snow and the pine trees blocking your way, you don't really see much in regards to your creatures that you're hunting, but you do see quite a few wildlife here and there. Like a small little snow rabbit or hare, a few birds flying in the skies. You do see up above some dark clouds rolling in, getting closer as the day goes by. Eventually, you come across a sort of cliff where you all stop the cart and you can see you get the feeling that something's not right here, Tyron. And we'll leave Small Bean on the cart because I don't think you're gonna bring Small Bean here, Kate.
Probably not. Yeah.
Cool.
The small bean isn't much of a.
Alright. So what are you guys gonna do?
So, Lambus. They said they were looking for Remoras. Right?
Yeah.
What is a Remoras?
Closest thing to a giant centipede. Probably. And they can borrow, so most likely if they show up it will be below us. But we should feel the ground if they approach.
Oh. Fantastic.
Alright. So you guys are gonna be keeping your eyes out, poking the ground. Just keeping vigilant or
Yeah.
being aware.
Look for anything that could give them away. Any bumps, strange bumps in the earth, or centipede marks.
Alright, if anyone wants, you can make me a nature check, see if you can identify anything.
I'll use guidance on myself for a d4. Oh, I might not need it.
Alright,
It's a 1. 16.
Dirty 20.
better than a 15. 13, 20 from you, alright. Okay, so Lambus and Tyron, you both see tracks that sort of head this way before you discover a sort of mound here and here. Oh no.
Yeah, I'll cast Spirit Guardians on myself.
Alright, what does Spirit Guardian do?
There we go. Spirits protect me in a sphere of 15 feet. And when an enemy first time enters the area, needs to make a wisdom save or take damage. And I'll start approaching the hole to the left.
I'll cast spiritual weapon. Inspiration.
Alright. Anyone else? If you'd like to do something, now's the time to do it. No? Alrighty then. Alright, what's the wisdom saving? The DC?
15.
Alright.
I believe they take half if they fail. Let's see.
Oh, that shouldn't.
Yeah, on a success it takes half.
Alright, go ahead, roll me some damage.
14.
Alright.
It's radiant.
Unexpectedly, you see a glowing light not coming from the mound, but actually from here. As you can see the snow sort of glow in that spot before from underneath emerges a large centipede-like beast, screaming and screeching as divine energy is burning its keratin skin. You, Tyron, are you going to do anything with your mound?
Yeah. In the meantime, that happens. I'm gonna set my sword on fire and just try to melt away the snow so I can see correctly.
Alright, you're going to melt the. Alright. You sort of send your spiritual weapon to. Oh no, you're not using a spiritual weapon, you're using your sword.
Yes.
Okay. So
Just
you're
like
using.
give it out.
You use your sword to kind of melt the snow on the mound to see if the beast is underneath. It is not, in fact, because you are within range. It is going to take a sneak attack on you.
Ah,
It is a 22 to hit.
that happens to hit.
Alright. You suffer 14 piercing damage as, much like the one with Lambeth, this one also appears or just shoots out of the ground and is able to get a hold on your leg. Its teeth piercing your arm and digging into your flesh. I'm gonna roll for initiative, everyone.
And I didn't target myself.
No.
I got exactly the same.
7.
Alrighty. Da-da-da-da. Alright. Tyron, what did you...
7.
7, alright. Alright. Yuna, what's your dexterity real quick?
Probably very high as the rogue.
Yeah, you definitely will go before this thing. Alright. Starting at the top of the round, Lily, what would you like to...
She will move towards one of them. Let's see. Yeah, that works. She has 45 feet, so I'm sure she'll make it.
Hmm.
And then we do some punches.
Yeah.
Awesome. I don't know if I can apply my manifest blow or not, because I didn't pick a type of damage after the rest.
I'll say for now you can, but just do keep in mind the type of damage that you are. Let me do a quick reading here.
To make it fair, I'll just choose bludgeoning damage.
But from now on, be
Yes.
sure to choose your damage type beforehand.
Okay. Nice. And then she'll use a key point to do more punches. So that's 2 more. So I'm assuming the 12 will miss.
Yeah, the 12 will miss.
Okay, then it's a total of 40 points of bludgeoning damage.
Hold on, 22, 28. Yeah. Goddamn. All right. And you hit it 3 times, correct?
Yes.
All right. With each hit, you feel a painful sensation in your hands or in your fist. As each time you made connection with the Remirez body and pulled your fist back, you would see burn marks on your knuckles. As you take a total of 20 points of fire damage.
Okay. She looks at her hands and she's just confused. And just looks at it and says, "Ow! You're rude. I don't like you." And that'll be her turn.
Alright. Move on to Yanni as you see these two centipede-like creatures coming up from the ground. By now, all of you can see some sort of steamy effect coming from the Remoraz's backs and body. What would you like to do?
Take my bonus action to start my battle song, and my main action to shoot at the thing with my musket.
Oh, then you have a musket?
Yep. So that will be 10 piercing damage, and my Victoria is going to rush in between Lambus and Lily.
Alrighty.
She will, by default, take the dodge action.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
Alright. We're moving on to Yuna. What would you like to do? Are you aiming for the one closest to you? Yep. Alrighty. 16 does hit. Go ahead, roll damage. Very nice, very nice. Anything else you would like to do on your turn, Yuna? Okay then. Alright, go ahead and roll me stealth. Oh yeah. Yeah. You using the snow to your advantage, you able to burrow yourself down just like you the Remoraz do. And you're able to hide pretty well while not being affected by the cold, because you can't feel cold. Alright, very nice. With that, oh sorry, move on to this one's turn. After that we've got Lambus on deck. So this one
Hey,
is... Hmm?
he needs to wait. The one next to me needs to make another save because he's still in the area. In the experience.
No, this one.
No, yeah. Oh, unless the one to the right is no.
No. So the one at the bottom took the damage before.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I thought this is their turn because I saw one before me.
No, yeah, it's their turn now. So, I mean, do they have to make a?
The
Just
one within 15 feet of me needs to make another one at the start of the turn.
Okay. And you said your DC was 15, right?
Yeah,
Go ahead, roll damage.
12.
Very nice. As this beast glows in divine magic, it screeches and kind of limps its way into the barrier of or the burrow of snow, as you all saw. It is going to make its 2 attacks. One against you, Lily, and one against you, Lambus. As it goes for a terrifying bite for you, Lambus, and a sort of tail whack for you, Lily. That is a 24 to hit Lambus and an 11 to hit Lily.
Yeah, hits me. It wasn't a crit, right?
Hmm?
It wasn't
No,
a crit.
it
Okay.
wasn't a crit. It's got disadvantage. Alrighty. That's a 17 to hit Lambus.
17 misses. And while he's in the Spirit Guardians, his movement speed is halved as well.
Didn't move that far to begin with.
Just in case I forget it.
Fair enough. Lily, does an 11 hit for you?
Probably not. I think her AC is Dex, so that would be at
And
least 15.
And wisdom.
Yeah, so let me get my up started.
Let me do a quick check for you then.
Just prepping for.
Oh yeah,
Probably 14 at least, I would say.
it does not hit at all. It's far from hitting. So as this thing crawls its way across the snow, it goes for a bite, but Victoria is able to help you dodge out of the way, Lambus, while its tail goes for a whack for you, Lily. You kind of just duck down, all monk-like, not really bothered by its attempt.
Nice.
With that, we move on
It does
to.
not hit at all.
Hmm?
Oh yeah, it does not hit at all.
Yeah. Okay, Lambus, what would you like to do?
Well, let's see if my luck remains, and I will upcast Blind and Deafen, and I believe I can target both, and I'll target both of them. So they both need to make a Constitution saving throw or be blind.
Alright. Is real quick blindness, deafen, just a once off or
No, they get to the save at the end of the turn, after each of the turns.
so it's one of those you use as an action and then okay.
No, they just when the turn ends, they can reroll the save if they fail. Then if they succeed, the effect ends. If they fail, it persists for up
Alright.
to a minute.
This one, the one closest to you three, failed, but the one furthest away succeeds.
Well, I tried.
Hmm.
What else? The bonus action. As a bonus action, I'll give myself flying speed for the next minute. Then move a bit away. Yeah, he's still in range, and that's me.
You, as a bonus action, you just does flying speed allow you to disengage without getting hit?
I think because he's blind, he can't attack me. But if he can, he will hit me. I'll still move away.
One caveat of attack of behind.
Alright. Alright. You upon your deity magic and you cast a spell. With the water, you can see it's already pure black eyes kind of just glaze over as it lashes around unpredictably, trying to hit something. Its tail scrapes across the snow, hitting to the nearby tree as its mouth goes into the snow, trying to bite down on something. Alright. With that, we move on to Tyron. What would you like to do?
I'll here. This. Let's try it with the spiritual weapon. 11.
11 does not hit.
And 11.
Yeah. You go ahead, try and swing with your sword as well as your spiritual weapon. Both weapons just pretty much skating over the beast hard chitten hard.
Fortunately, extra attack.
Go ahead.
25.
25 hits. Go ahead, roll damage.
It's 2d. And I'll
Oh,
add
shit.
a smite to that.
Oh, I see my problem here.
Cola jumped a bit in initiative.
Yeah. Don't worry. After Tyron, we'll make you go Cola so that the beast doesn't get a chance before you had your shot.
Alright. That's 11 slashing, 3 radiant, and 6 fire damage.
Alright. Seeing how your previous attempt at slashing the beast didn't work, you go ahead to try and thrust your sword in. The blade does manage to find a sort of gap in the natural armor, and you're able to get the sword in pretty good. Again, this beast screams as radiant energy takes over, but one thing you do notice, the fire doesn't seem to be having much of an effect on it.
I'll tempt the attack of opportunity and I'll back this ways.
Alright. That's a 15 to hit.
Does not.
Alright, pretty good. Pretty good. Cola, your turn.
Well, it's time to grow. That's the first thing. Then, the correct one. Down to the Rimeras. Start beating on it.
Alright. Good hit.
26.
26 does hit. Taran, before I forget, you take 16 points of fire damage.
Oh, that's it. The second one. Which doesn't hit. And
Yeah, 10 doesn't hit.
that's my turn.
Alright. You flex yourself into your massive size and you charge towards the beast. Swinging down with your sword, able to cut it pretty deep. It screams and howls in pain. You go for a second strike, but this time the beast kind of ducks its head down and the blade just skids off its armor. Both hits, you feel the blade getting extremely hot and you take. Real quickly. Oh shit, that's a bad one. You take 21 points of fire damage.
20.
21.
Oh well.
The thing rolled good. Alright. We move on to this beast's turn. It's gonna make its full attacks into you, Cola. So that's 14 to hit and an 18.
Either hit. Have a 20.
God damn, you guys have such high AC. Alright.
No, that's not even high. That mountain stands up. 3.
Well, I'm glad it's not there yet.
Or actually, 7.
Alright. Well, with that, this beast is going to use its bonus action as you all see it kind of lift up onto its hind legs before diving down with its head, digging into the snow. Just hold on, I do need to check something. In the meantime, Lily, it is your turn.
I'm trying to decide whether she's stupid enough to not link the fact that when she touches it, she gets hurt. Let's roll an intelligence check.
Go ahead.
Okay, she's gonna punch it.
Go ahead.
Just like glare at it and say, "You better not do that again." Punch. Okay, let's just do 2. And extra d6. Okay, so that's 11 so far. That's. I'm assuming she gets hurt after that attack hits.
It's actually every attempt. So the 11 does not hit, but the 28 does.
Okay, let's see if that. Nope. She's gonna use flurry of blows.
Alright.
Wish me luck.
I wish you the best of luck.
Okay, luckily I don't think either of those hit. So that'll be a total of 11 damage.
Alright. So you hit it 4 times, correct?
She tried to hit it 4 times, yeah.
Alright, that's 29 points of fire damage.
29.
Yeah.
Okay, she's down.
Well, as you fall down, I'm going to ask you, how would you like to do this?
Oh, nice. She punches it. Kind of glares at it. Gets damaged by fire. glares at it some more, and then passes out.
Fair enough.
Well, she'll glare at it after it happens. So I told you not to do that, and then pass out. If that's alright.
So the rest of you see Lily just going ahead, punching this blind, large centipede creature. With each hit, you can see her fist kind of engulf in flames as she uses the flames to punch it more. It's not a nice sight because you all realize that only the first hit actually did any damage, and so for the other 3 hits, she was just hitting a corpse. So, yeah, Lily's on the ground, unconscious. That moves us on to Yanni. What would you like to do? This last creature you can see is in the process of burrowing into the snow.
So it's running away.
Pretty much.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think I can keep it in place. So I'll just try to kill it.
Alright. $16 does hit. Go ahead, roll damage. With your shot, you're able to see, you kind of aim sort of perfectly so that the bullet actually slices off a large bit of the tail. But this thing is barely hanging on for dear life.
Alright. He'll sling over the musket over his shoulder and rush with his spear next to it. He'll
Alright.
finish his movement, and with his bonus action, he'll order Victoria to rush and punch it.
Alright. Go ahead. That is enough. How would Victoria do this?
For the sake of brevity, QN, Hulk, smashing, Loki, all over the place.
Okay. So as you all see Yanni shoot off the tail and rush forward, Yuna quickly dashes towards the thing, grab what's left of its tail and kind of pull it out before immediately using both fists to slam its skull into the ground, kind of splattering it into a green gooey mess in the floor. With that, we've exited combat.
No.
Hmm? Alright. So what would you all like to do?
I'm gonna cast a Cure Wounds on Lily.
Thank you.
I'm gonna just sit there and like, oh, Lily's dying. Tea, anyone? 8 hit points.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are saved, Lily. Before all of you are 2 large, dead centipede-like creatures, one looking like it's come from a boxing match, the other just completely annihilated.
Oh, you killed them without me.
Oh. Unlucky. Let's get these eyes. Just gonna try and carve the eyes out.
Alright. Those who are harvesting the eyes, specifically the one that's come from a boxing match, can you make me a survival check? Meanwhile,
I'll guide whoever is doing it.
sure. Meanwhile, this one, thankfully, the head wasn't crushed to the point where the eyes were crushed with it. So you're able to just pick up the eyes with the pieces that are still attached to them.
Not one.
Not one.
Brother.
You guys are having difficulty not removing the eye, actually just piercing your blade to begin the process of moving the eyes, as the chitin of this creature is incredibly durable. Right now you're only able to kind of scratch the surface, not actually get into any process of removing said eyes.
Can Lily try her?
Sure.
Just like kind of like think to herself, be like, wait, why am I using this stabby thing? I have claws.
Sure, you can try again with claws.
Let's see. Slightly better.
Yeah, it's slightly better. You, instead of trying to pierce the hide of the creature, you just sort of kind of cup the eye as it's large enough to fit in your hand and just try and pull it out. It's a disgusting feeling holding something's eye, but you're able to do it with a bit of an issue. It is damaged slightly because of the claws, but in no time you're able to get both eyes out.
She'll hand it to someone, and you know how when cats touch something they don't like, and they kind of like shake their paws. She does that, and she's like, "Ugh, icky."
No. Yuna, as you make your way to the squashed head, you decide to explore a little bit more. As you first expertly use your blade to find the weak or the gaps in the beast's armor and begin the process of cutting it open, as well as removing large chitin plates. You are able to pull out the stomach, cut it open, and inside you find 13 gold pieces and 24 silver. As it's, from what you could tell, the money of someone that it has consumed before. Not only that, but you're able to harvest quite a few of the chitin plates of this creature. Alrighty. Is there anything you guys like to do before heading off?
I'm not keen on fighting another one of those, so I think we should go.
Can Lily just kick its corpse, like Ugh, take that. With her hands.
By all means, you.
Just like when everyone turns away, she'll just kick it like sneak in a sneaky kick.
I'm gonna ask you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
You do
'Cause-
have a
Okay.
+5.
Because I mean, the bodies of these things are still extremely hot. You had to be very delicate when removing the organs and that. Yeah, with
There's a 5 in that.
so 21.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you.
All right.
just be my aura.
Oh, paladin stuff.
Yeah, oral protection.
Nice.
All right. When you go ahead, kick the body of this thing that burned your poor hands, you are satisfied with your revenge kick, but look down and see that your boot is slightly burnt because of your action. Thankfully, it
Oh,
was
she's
enough.
wearing shoes.
Oh, she is. Is she? Or no?
I don't
boot
think
to
so.
the
Okay. I'm gonna have to change this up a little bit. You feel. Yeah, you kick it and you take 4 points of fire damage
Okay, that's fair.
as your foot burns because its body is still piping hot.
She glares at it, sticks her tongue out, and follows everyone else.
Alright. You all make your way back to the city. Okay. You guys are gonna go straight to the library and then take a detour.
I don't see a reason for a detour.
Yeah.
Well, if it's the middle of the night, still worth checking if they're there.
We left in the morning though.
Have
Yeah.
they in each direction?
Yeah,
Oh, they probably
half
arrived
a
in the
day.
morning.
It was half a day. So, yeah, by the time you guys get back, it is late afternoon. A lot of people have already gone home from a hard day's work. So if you want, you can go straight to the library, or you can wait till the next day. See you guys.
Might as well check.
Yeah. Letting them know in advance. Would be
All
good.
right. The rest of you gonna tag along, or you gonna make your way back to the tavern and wait for the two?
I want to see what they are gonna do. Following.
Okay.
Yeah, Lily will tag along.
All right. Everyone's following then. All right. You all make your way to the library. Surprisingly, when you get to the massive doors, they open up for you guys. Lily, it's your first time being in here. You are greeted with, first off, literally walls of books. As from the outside, the building was huge, but from inside, it looks massive. And you see so many shelves of all different kinds of scrolls and books, as well as a few floating, should we say, staff, busy packing up or placing books that were left behind. I'm gonna ask Tyron and Lambus to make me perception checks.
Another nat 1.
Oof,
Ball.
well, You were saved by a natural 19, so lucky. Alright. Tyron, you are not happy being back here. You don't like all these books. It's too distracting. You just want to get straight to business and just get on with your life. As for you, Lambus, you take interest in keeping a keen eye out as you make your way further inside. By sheer, you're able to see the orc kind of making his way through the bookshelves. You actually have to pace him a little bit, kind of call him down before he turns to you and, "Oh, I see you have returned alive. Uh, how was the hunting?"
4 eyes.
Is agreed.
Alright. He takes the eyes from you and inspects them. "Oh, I see you killed a few of the baby ones. Still impressive, very impressive. So well done, and I'm assuming the rest of these interesting group is with you."
You would assume correctly.
Alright. Well, thank you. A deal is a deal. Bardock and I will see what we can do with this curse that you speak of. Head there immediately. Cannot put into words how grateful I am that you have done this for us. So we will do our best to help you.
Alright.
He. Yep.
I think ideally we plan to leave as soon as possible. Time is sensitive.
Well, Bardock and I will try and make the trip as quick as possible. We can't guarantee instantaneous, but we can do our best.
You won't be traveling with us?
Why no? I thought you had more business here.
Just turn towards the rest of the party like, do we?
As far as I know, finding a cure to the curse is the reason we're here.
Oh. So you will be leaving Neloris then. And might I ask, what is your current mode of transport?
Well, we traveled here by ship, and from
I
the
believe
port.
it's still waiting for us. It hasn't been, I think they gave us 2 weeks.
He gave you 3 weeks.
Yeah, we can still go back by ship, but if you have quicker ways of transportation, we wouldn't mind.
We do, but unfortunately it cannot cater to your number. Should we say? It might be best that Bardock and I will travel ahead of you and give you the good or bad news by the time you return to Dareen.
I believe that's reasonable.
Very well. He will give you guys a bow before making his way As he passes you guys, he kind of just takes the book from Lily and puts it back on the shelf.
She kind of stares blankly, but just accepts it. And says that was an interesting book about trees.
No, that was not a book about trees. Just continues walking away.
She looks a bit embarrassed, and then just carries on with the day.
I'm sure it's made out of a tree.
It was?
Yeah. Maybe.
She kind of looks a bit lost in thought, trying to figure out how a tree could become a book. But then she just was like, okay. And follows wherever the party's going.
Mm-hmm. It's late at night. You all leave the library with the night sky to greet you. The dark clouds that you saw earlier today seem to have been heading in a slightly different direction, so they weren't coming straight for you. So you're out on heading back to the tavern.
I think we can spend the night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the only question is, what if they cannot remove the curse? The only way for us to remove it will be venture into the Feywild, and it's from this point. And come to think of it, we don't even have a way to communicate with them.
Well. I'm sure he'll be fine. Figure something out.
Alright. So you all make your way back to the tavern, see the regulars sitting about. Nice music playing. The different smell akin to lots of ale and wine. The music continues and the tavern is filled with laughter and just a good energy. I am gonna ask at this stage if you guys would like to do anything in the tavern before we get things moving.
I'm not doing anything.
Probably just having a quiet drink and go to bed.
Lily will ask if they have any milk.
The staff member tending to you guys gives you a weird glance before shaking her head. Yeah, I do believe we have some milk.
Can she just give the same weird glance back, and then say, "I'll have like a thing of that, please."
Alright, coming up. She makes her way. It's for the rest of you guys. Anything you'd like to be doing? Alright. I am gonna ask, even though you're not gonna be doing anything, for you to make me a perception check. Alright. Amongst the tavern goers, you see one man in a top hat, sort of eagerly looking at you, his hands and or his elbows on the table, with a mug by him, has a weird grin on his face as he just looks at all of you.
Could I roll an insight check? See if
By all means.
he's thinking about 10.
Yeah, you look around, you see the same figure, but to you, you just think it's a normal guy going about his business.
It seems we have some. Well, being stared at is not new to me, but this guy seems a little too happy, and that's unusual to me. She's definitely gonna point that guy out.
Yeah, this guy is sitting right there.
He looks sketchy to you.
He's giving looks at all of you right now.
Can Lily just stare at him, like non-blinking, until he looks away?
Sure. Make me a. If only there was a determination check. See how long you can last.
Constitution?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say
Ins-
make me a basic constitution.
Intimidation.
Ooh, intimidation, yeah. Make me an intimidation check.
Okay.
21, okay.
That's decent.
Yeah, that is pretty decent. It's enough to where the guy eventually blinks, kind of just shakes his head before getting up from his table, slowly makes his way towards you guys.
Has the milk arrived yet? Because if it has, she'll do like a shot of celebration.
Yeah, the milk has arrived by this time.
Nice.
So instead of going all the way to your guys' table, he just goes to the nearest one, sits down, and starts staring again, but strategically so that he's out of eyeshot from Lily.
Lily will come stare at him over here.
Tyrone will also stand up and walk over, stand beside him, and ask, "Can we help you?"
Being the
Can
one,
Lily sit like
yeah.
can Lily go and then sit down and kind of like have Small Bean on her lap, like petting petting him like you know
like
how
an
villains in
yes,
kids
like an
movies like
evil villain.
turn
Mm.
around on their chair and then they're like petting the cats and they're like, I was expecting you. She won't say I was expecting you, but she'll like sit there petting our cat, staring at him.
Mr. Anderson.
And
Alright.
Yuna is also staring. Her gem eyes are glowing, basically boring holes into him.
Alright. So the two of you make your way, sit down. Lily, you purposely sit with your back facing towards this figure, quickly getting Small Bean on your lap before kind of gesturing for Small Bean. Once she is all comfortable, you painfully kind of scrape your ass on this wooden stool to turn and face this figure with your legs crossed, stroking Small Bean, all with the confident smile on your face. Not saying a word. He gets the message. His smile does weaken a bit, but he's just. So when the Tyrant you actually talk to him, he's kind of regains its strength as he looks towards you. Yes, you specifically can't help me, but that one can. His smile grows a little bit more to you, Yuna. I'll say, just before you continue, I'll say, for the sake of brevity, Yanni took Victoria and his dolls to have an early night because, like his real life figure, he's very tired.
Yeah, that tracks. Really, how could I specifically be of use or help to you? Oh, staring one.
Oh, well, I must admit I am a little disappointed that you haven't recognized me. But nevertheless, you have many children that you've created. By now, you can see a familiar family crest on top on his top hat, signaling your guys'
As far as I'm aware, anything that I created would only come to life by the work of a master puppeteer. My brother takes credit for anything that's a little more fancy, such as myself. And I see the crest now, but you say I should have recognized you, so forgive me. Death kind of scrambled some of my memories, so fill me in. Who the hell are you?
His smile only seems to grow a little bit more as he sort of comes to a self-realization. Ah, yes, I forgot you were not alive by this stage. I'm not a product of yours. Yes, I'm a product of your brother's. It is a bit of a shame that he abandoned most of his failed creation. You can save the three of you that are closest. The more that you the more you can see that things aren't really right, as he's not showing any skin beside his sort of face, because everything else is covered by some sort of clothing, And even when it comes to his face, he makes a big deal to kind of hide it in the shadows of the light. If you look closely enough, you can see the skin doesn't seem to fit well.
Your face looks weird.
I get that a lot, little girl.
Well, I don't know the specific details, as Yanni likes to keep that little trade secret really close to himself. But as far as I was aware, it took a very special deal to create me. So I'm having trouble seeing how you're similar or one of his creations. Please do enlighten me.
Of course, you know he would know, 'cause all of his creations he never finished. If he had, I'm sure you wouldn't have commented on my face, little girl. And so, the best I could say was that we were all adopted. If you want, you can make me another perception check real quick. All of you, if you want.
Oh, no.
Yuna's a bit
Finally,
distracted.
for once.
Alright.
Yuna's slightly distracted by some thoughts that are starting to like click in her mind. And she takes a couple steps back again.
Alright. As for you, Lily, and you, Tyron, you begin to look around the tavern and you notice quite a few dolls laying around. All of them be stationary, but you're starting to get a very, very uneasy vibe. Especially when he would we. Almost by then you can see a few of them, their hands start to twitch and their heads kind of move to the side very quickly. Surprisingly, none of the patrons seem to notice.
Just placing my hand on my sword's hilt. Will we have a problem here?
You had a problem the moment you stepped inside the tavern. And with that, you see all of these dolls just spring to action. As the figure himself is able to dart back with amazing speed, kind of just pushing himself away from the table into the light. You can now see it's not a man at all, it's actually a doll himself. As he kind of just pulls away the face mask and drops it to the floor.
I knew you were weird looking.
That's what they all say, my dear.
In this time, can Smallbean just go and hide in a safe space?
Yeah, I'll say Small Bean can find a nice corner or under a chair which she can hide.
Awesome. I'll just go under this table.
Cool.
Damn, not even an attack of opportunity.
No. Sorry about that. So, Yuna, if you don't want things to get, should we say, bloody, would you be so kind and come with me, dear? He holds his hand out towards you.
She kind of looks the other members of the group before looking back at this guy. Like she's given some consideration. I'll go with you on one condition. Well, maybe two. Leave these guys out of it. They had nothing to do with this. And tell me why she wants me so badly. Why go through all this effort?
Kind of just starts walking up to you. With each step, you can see the rest of these small little dolls, all now brandishing sort of knives, actually holding them out to the patrons. As the patrons now take notice and are kind of freaking out a bit. A lot of them staying calm, but it's like, what the fuck is going on? As he walks up to you. If I knew the answer to your question, I wouldn't be asking you to come with me.
You're just following that bitch and her orders blindly? That's... I guess it makes sense. You're a bunch of artificial constructs. Whatever.
Yeah, he's
Leave all these people alone, leave my party alone, and I'll come with you willingly and quietly. I don't want my personal family trouble to cause issues for anyone else. It was one thing to track us and send those freaks out after us in the desert, but this is going too far.
he's when you called his literal, should we say, mother in this case, a bitch, you can see his smile, which had always been in this massive grin, especially after he removed the mask, revealing a wider grin, actually just turn into a frown. His hand drops away. His other hand raises up into a sort of snapping to his finger. And all these small little dolls around you start screaming a high-pitched scream. Patrons become terrified of their lives. We're gonna take a quick break there because I am needing a piss real quick. Sorry about that. I'm gonna take a quick break, guys.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
It'll be fine.
Koya sure picked a frickin' great time to need to go to sleep. Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Soon is something that, like, is directly tied to our characters. He's gone.
Interesting though. Got a very creepy vibe going on.
That it's entirely to the entire kingdom of Alfram, which is where Yanni and Yuna are from. And who's tracking them.
To be
Yeah.
honest, the second you two would have gone, I would just went straight to the elite.
I feel like that's what a lawful good character would have done. Honestly, Lily was ready to, like, punch this dude to death.
Well, I do happen to
I,
be a
I feel
lawful
like
good.
she's more on the chaotic side. Well, not lawful good, but more lawful.
Well, it's more that I kind of want to make sure this guy gets punked, and I feel like the elite could do that. Maybe not me.
Fair enough. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Lily still doesn't know why her feed got banned.
I mean, you can roll an intelligence check and see if she does know.
I think I'll just ask Tyron. Pin is incorrect.
So this is basically Lily right now. Argument.
Sorry.
That's
Okay,
it.
what?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Your hand's hurting
I-
when you don't know why.
I honestly feel like the dice are on the side of roleplay tonight with these intelligence checks.
I'm glad they are, to be honest.
When you ask Tyrant, he just looks at you like just the blankest expression. How the fuck do I even start? Where do I start?
You know what would be better?
So
Him
let's look at
looking.
him again.
Think what
Assuming that he didn't understand the question and be like, my paws, the owie. Why?
Have you ever touched fire?
I don't think so.
Fire hurts to touch. That is fire.
Oh, oh.
is everyone back?
I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Take that as all as a yes. So we come back to all the dolls screaming a high-pitched scream, terrifying the patrons as they kind of climb up and hold their knives. At a very, should we say, hostage-like situation, as all the knives are pretty much one slice away from killing all the patrons inside. As, should we say, the gentleman makes his way towards you, Yuna, kind of staring into your eyes. His frown now turning into slight fury. Just, what did you call my queen?
Can Lily just go up and punch him?
Don't punch Nathanas.
Sure, by all means, he's focused on Yuna.
You
Yeah, let's go.
and as Lily is doing this, Una will say, "You heard me, punk. The entire royal family and usurped the throne, and has been hunting us. Pretty much puts her in the bitch category in my book. And you're the bitch's little bitches."
So close. Alright. You go ahead, casually walk up as Yuna tells this doll to fuck off, and you just deck him in the side of the face.
Nice. Look,
Yeah.
shiny man, I don't like you. I think you should go.
Hold on, let me just get the damage written down here. God damn. 11 points of damage. Alright, your punch was enough to kind of put him off balance as he wasn't really ready for it. Kind of recovers, stands up, looks at all of you, raises his hands, and yells out, "My prancing sisters! Let's create a little bit of havoc." And with that, we roll for initiative. I'm gonna have to do so many rolls.
Tall is he?
Could
Always just
Oh,
roll
Because it would
one.
be ironic
once.
if he's calling her a little girl, and she's like towers over him.
How tall is
he?
this? He's
Yeah.
the, I'd say, average height for a human. So he's roughly 6 foot on the dot.
Oh, okay. So she's like 4 inches taller than him. Kind of just
Yeah,
spits
4
as his
inches.
little girl, huh?
Alright, let me just a few things here.
I got it.
You got a nat 1.
Oh, no. Dirty one.
Oh,
Yeah, that checks out.
okay. Roll for him and change your number to 1. How did you get? What's your
-2.
modifier?
-2.
You're kidding.
I mean, hey, I'm a paladin.
Fair enough, but
Fair
I didn't
enough.
know paladins had like a negative.
He made
Oh,
it.
Well,
nice.
it's like the skull. So
Oh,
I'm assuming you have 7 decks.
Yes.
alrighty then. Well, starting at the top of the round, Yuna, what would you like to do?
Since she's right up in his business, or he's right up in her business, she's not going for her bow. Instead, she swiftly will pull out her rapier, which she's used once against those sea lions and failed miserably, and take a jab at him.
Alright, go ahead, roll the hit.
And do terribly.
Flanking with
Fucking
Feywild.
figures.
Yeah, no, that does not hit.
It is flank.
Yeah, you do have advantage.
Oh,
We need to
yeah,
remember
okay.
that. Goddamn.
Now that's so much better.
Unfortunately, that is just not enough to hit.
Well, bonus action, disengage.
Where are you gonna run to? Alrighty. Okay.
And that's my turn.
With that, we'll move on to all the tiny dolls. Let me just make sure that they're all here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes, they're all here. Goody. They are all gonna attack their respective patrons. Let me do a few rolls for them. Okay. Quite a few of them aren't able to actually get a. You can see aren't able to actually cut any of the patrons, as the patrons kind of just grab them and then throw them down. Some of them do, and you see one or two of the patrons fall to the floor, either with throat slit or a sort of knife in their head. And this one was the one that failed. However, the one right behind her is going to make its two attacks. Does a 16 and a 20 hit?
20 does, the 16 does not.
Alright. Are you kidding me? It does 1 piercing damage. Yeah, these things don't have a good modifier on their damage. Anyways, so that will leave us with the other few that are right by you guys. These two will rush towards you, Lambus, while this one will. Ooh. It's hidden under Cola right now. So Lambus and Cola, you both will receive 2 hits. So Lambus, that is a 10 and a 22, a 13, 25, and Cola 20, 24.
The ones above a 20 hit.
Alright.
Like above an 18, but it's still only 2, I believe.
Yeah,
Yes.
only 2 hits you. Both hit, okay. Alright, so Lambus, you take a total of 16 points of piercing damage, and Cola, you take a total of 8 points of piercing damage.
You said 16 for me?
Yeah. As these tiny dolls just jump up and just kind of shank you because their things aren't really good for cutting. So you're getting a lot of puncture holes in you. Alright. That will move us on to the main big baddie. He's, after dodging the one attack from you, Yuna, he's going to turn around and look into your eyes. Tyron, I need you to make me a wisdom dexterity save. A wisdom saving throw. Goddamn.
For 14. Why am I not rolling well?
Worry 14 was just what you needed.
Thank God for plus 11.
Yeah. Alright. So its attempts to stare into your eyes, as you can see its eyes sort of glow with a purplish kind of hue. Seeing that you are unaffected, Soul will then just make its 2 attacks. That doesn't hit. Does a 23 hit?
Yes.
Cool. You're absolutely kidding me.
1 damage.
All the dice it rolled minimum damage.
And
What the fuck?
Yes!
Well,
Suddenly it
Baron is an
becomes max
equalizer. He
damage.
rolls shit, and you roll against him shit.
yeah. So that's 9 points of piercing damage. That's the absolute minimum he can. So lucky
Just
you.
step back at him and just unshifted, unfazed.
Alright, well. With that, he is. Yeah, he's going to make a run for it. You will get attack of opportunity.
And gladly taken. 15.
15 does not hit. Alright. Moving on to Cola with Lambus on deck. What are you going to do, Cola?
Well, there is clearly something in front of me. And yeah, really wanna. Oh yeah, let's just throw and then just stomp this mother. No, just yeah, let's just stomp this mother. Goal.
Alright, you're going to grow to size. So you're just going to
Try to stomp on it. Yes,
13 hits. 13 does hit.
that's just let's see. What? Second.
Just be your unarmed damage plus your giant might.
Yeah.
That's what
Oh,
it is.
that's why I was like, why is it? And I was like, yeah. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So it's 6 damage total.
6 damage.
Or is it something
so
else?
Damage total. Yeah, yeah. I was just confused because I saw 6 and I was like, but it's just 2 unarmed.
Yeah. Well, don't worry, this is literally a small doll, so you are able to stomp and crush it.
Well, if it is crushed, let's just move over to this one and then
Crush it as well.
you know what? I'm gonna drag this doll and just smack it with it.
So you're dragging the dead one and you're gonna smack it on the living one.
Yes.
Okay.
Improvised weapon.
Yeah.
It is an
improvise.
improvised weapon, but yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, 10 does not hit.
Yeah, well, I just end up throwing it like across, like there, and just into this counter here.
Yeah, you go ahead, you try and swing, but it's too and it slips out of your hand. But thanks to your giant might, it kind of acts as sort of like missile. As it hits the counter, it just smashes into more tiny pieces. Anything else you would like to do?
Nope.
It's alright. Lambus with Lily on deck. What would you like to do, Lamb?
I'll use my last 3rd level spell slot and cast Spirit Guardians yet again, which will do nothing at this turn. That's an action. And my bonus actions. Not sure, but can I make a check? Try and figure out if those things are more mechanical or more undead.
You can certainly
Will
make
there an
me.
action?
Yeah, I'll say you can spend an action to identify or try and identify what kind of creatures these things are.
Well, I'm out of actions, so yeah, I'll stand up and walk away.
Alright, they will both get the attack of against you.
Yep.
So what's your AC again?
18.
So only one is able to hit. Alright, so a total of 6 points of piercing damage. As you walk away, one is able to kind of just jab its weapon into your shoulder. You're able to flick it off as you rush to the patrons.
Yep, that's my turn.
Cool. Lily with the civilians on deck. Lily, what would you like to do?
She's gonna move over here. Set up for Tyrant to flank over there. I guess this turn. And she's gonna punch him. Many, many times.
With your burnt fists, okay.
Yeah.
Ouch.
She's fine. She's gone through worse.
I just realized why Lily isn't so intellectually intelligent. It's because she's like this so that she doesn't perceive pain.
Yeah.
Alright.
Probably. I'm assuming the 17 hits, the 13 doesn't.
Yes, the 13 is the only one that misses.
Okay, let me add that up. 15, 26, 30 points of bludgeoning damage.
30 points of bludgeoning damage. Very nice. As you rush and kind of just hold out your hand, waiting for him to stop. He stops, and it's just begin your beating on him. Anything else you'd like to do?
And she'll start another staring contest with him.
After literally
This time, instead of kind of looking kind of like innocently, just kind of watching, it's more of a glare this time.
Alright. After literally having a mini boxing match with him, you just put your arms to the side and just glare at him. If you want, you can make me an intimidation.
Let's do it. Why not?
Oh, goddamn. He just failed. Alright.
It's okay.
Yeah. He's bothered by your glare. Especially because he's more focused that you literally just hit him, so. Priorities, man. Priorities.
He's just like, ugh, the audacity.
Yeah,
But yeah,
pretty
that'll
much.
be my turn.
Alright.
Sorry. The audacity of this little girl who's taller than him.
Alright. We move on to the patrons. There's the few who aren't bothered by any dolls are just gonna run and hide at any can. However, the rest, I'm gonna need to do a lot of rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, not that many, so that's good. Oh shit, okay, that's disappointing. Only one patron seems to be able to actually free themselves from the doll as they're able to grab it and toss it to the ground and then run away without. No, actually, he'll run towards the door. Run away without actually triggering any attack of opportunities. The rest, however, you can see are still struggling with their dolls as their dolls just continuously try and kill them. With that, we move on to Tyron. What would you like to do?
Oh, let's hope this goes well. As I see the guy who's running out, I'll just scream across, "Get the elite!" And bonus action to set my sword on fire.
And
Let's do this.
attack with advantage.
Does a 17 hit?
17 just hit.
Lovely. And I'll make that a smite.
Ooh, very nice. Smiting
All in
his
all, it's
demonic
for just that attack. 13 slashing, 5 fire, 6 radiant. Count that slot.
24.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice. Very nice.
And 20.
And a 20 to hit.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, that hits. So,
W. And I'll make that a second level smite.
goddamn paladins with lights.
Actually, can I ask?
Yep.
Does he undead
That's
or a
a
fiend, for that matter?
that's a difficult question, actually.
Because smite will deal an extra 1d8 if he is undead or a fiend.
He's the dolls are definitely not fiends.
Who knows?
No, they're more. In this case, they're more animated creatures with necromancy magic. So no, it's not undead.
In any case, that is 14 slashing, 4 fire, and 18 radiant. So all in all, another 36 points.
Okay, so in one round you did a total of 60 points of damage.
And burn through
Two of your
most of my spell
Sweet.
slots. Effectively 3.
Alright. Goddamn. Okay. You rush up behind the gentleman, lighting your blade up with the sparks that you are leaving on the stone floor. With it, you bring down, slicing off arm clean through. You can see his body light up with the radiant energy as it burns away a bit of the wood, the fire also catching on his clothes. You go for a second strike, getting a nice, decent cut on his back. Very deep one as that. Kind of arches back again. Bright light from your divine energy just gets even brighter on him. And the fire grows. But very calmly, he bends down, picks up the arm that you sliced off, and just put it back on. As his head, even though his body is facing Lily, his head just turns around and looks directly at you. His smile growing ever more as the fire grows on him. Anything else you would like to do?
No, I just, as he turns around, or turns his head, just, I fear no coward.
Okay. With that, we move on to Yuna. What would you like to do?
She's not even going to pay any attention to the doll right by her. Instead, she is going to step up on this chair and up onto the table and pull out her bow and fire at the big bad boy.
Alright. Go ahead, roll me attack while I roll opportunity. That's a 20 to hit for you, and a 19 does hit. Alright.
And
Yep.
using her whales from the grave to do 11 damage
To which one?
to this one by the piano.
Alright. So as you step onto the chair and onto the table, the doll behind you is able to get one sort of stab on your back. 6 points of piercing damage. As you pull back and fire your short bow, your arrow is able to get the shoulder of the doll, dealing pretty good amount of damage. He's looking worse for wears now. As your wails from the grave just echo out onto the doll by the pianist. As you can see, its head just kind of shakes a lot before shattering into thousands of pieces.
Juno will holler at the supposed gentleman. You are merely a stolen construct. You should not have woken up and chosen violence.
Alright. We move on to the miniature dolls.
Yeah, two of them will have to make saves against the guardians. The one below me.
I see which ones, yeah. Let me just do their wisdoms then. Your DC is 15, right?
Correct.
I'll go ahead and roll me the damage.
$12.
Oh, it didn't even matter if I saved or not. Goddamn. Alright. These two dolls at the bottom here just starts glowing as they scream in this sort of agony before quickly just bursting in a bright light, sort of like a old-fashioned light bulb bursting from its container. I'll get to that patron later. Alrighty, that leaves 1, 2, 3. Huh. That's all the dolls with patrons. 3, so let me do them real quick. Oh, wow, okay. That's not nice. 2 more fall to the current dolls that are attacking them. However, one patron is still able to hang on a little bit longer. As for these dolls, these 2 will run up to you, Yuna, as well as the one that was behind you, so you've got 3 on you. One. Yeah, this one will run up to that patron. As this other
And he
one.
will make another save because he entered the range. Both of them.
Ah, yeah, fuck. Alright, just go ahead, roll me damage, and I'll, at this point, just roll damage. If it's anything less than a 10, then they have a chance to survive.
13.
Okay, then Alright, these two dolls stupidly run towards you, Lambus, and same thing as before. They glow up and just burst in a bright light. Alright, this one is going to behind you, Lily, as this other one is going. No, I didn't want to enlarge it. Don't worry, it doesn't have Giant's Might.
Slightly horrifying if it did.
Oh yeah, no. That's a good concept. Oh, thank you.
No.
It
I need
has
to remember that to
Jurassic Smite. And turns gargantuan.
Alright, and these three will chase. This one's able to get up to the other dude, but not able to. The other two, not yet. So let me just make a roll for the Patreon. Oh, and he lives. Lucky him. Alrighty. Let's start off with you, Lily. So that's 2 attacks with advantage. So that's 25 and a nat 20.
Oh fuck, okay, I think she's gonna go down.
Yeah. What's your current HP?
4.
Okay, well, that's. You have a chance. You have a chance. Let it be known. Oh, God.
He created.
No. No. The opposite, actually. You take 3 points of slashing.
Oh my god.
Let it
It's
be
okay.
known, I did not intend for that to happen, but it happened. Alright, Tyron, 2 attacks onto you with advantage. Are you kidding? That's an 11 and a 10 to hit.
I can't say those do.
Alright, well. Got. Alright. Yuna, that's 6 attack. With your AC, Yuna, is
19.
18.
19. More than that.
Alright. Well, 3 go in, 3 miss. So that's 18 points of piercing damage. As these 3 dolls just jump onto you and start just hacking away at you. Do to just get rid of you, essentially. And that is the dolls, I believe. That is all of them, yes? Yes. We move on to the gentleman. I'm gonna need both Lily and Tyron to make me wisdom saving throws.
+5, by the way.
Yeah,
I got a
Thank
20.
Let's see.
Okay,
I got a 25.
you both save. Well done. Goddamn 25. It's not like I wanted you to be scared or anything. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. He is going to spin his body around and make 2 attacks to you, Tyron.
Alright.
He does get advantage, so hallelujah.
Not looking good for me, but...
Yeah, that's a 26 and a 22 to hit.
Those nine. No, I'm kidding.
They are not crits, right? They're normal
No,
hits.
one was 19, so you're close. Very close. Alright, so both hit.
Yeah, I'll probably go down.
We'll see. Z pulls out a very fancy dagger and just goes in. He's able to actually get you quite good in the weak parts of your armor, not bothering to attack you with brute strength as you take 16 points of piercing damage.
16
Yeah.
from both attacks.
16 in total.
Still got fight in me.
Goddamn. Alright. Well, he's going to. Seeing Yuna, he's going to. Yeah. He's gonna run towards you, Yuna, with his.
Attack of opportunity?
Yes, you both get attack of opportunities. With his dagger
Nice.
kind of held up high above his head. Just running like a madman towards you. 27 does hit.
And because it's the first attack on my turn, the d6 will apply here. Not.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yep.
Tyron, your attack of opportunity.
17 to hit and 20 damage.
Yeah. Okay, you both hit, so for a total of 33 damage. Very nice. He's looking worse for wears. You were able to hit him to the point where he, instead of running like a madman, is now limping. His leg is actually sort of skewed to the side while still being in line with his body, so it's amazing that he's not breaking it even further. With that, we move on to Cola with Lambus on deck. Cola, what would you like to do?
Well, there was that deal with this. Out of me,
Ah, yes, the little one that escaped.
it needs to be.
I honestly thought you were talking about the cat.
Maybe also the cat.
That would be atrocious.
Cleave attack.
Yeah.
Oh no!
No!
What? And damage to.
Alright, I'm going to ask you to make me a performance check. Okay.
Natural 20. I'm a natural born performer. As the great Cola
Yes, you are.
is.
Your flexed out body, you're able to perfectly slice this doll in half and slice it even more into pieces without even touching a single scale on this little kobold's body.
And then. Flap, 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 flap. This one. And. Why not?
Stomp away.
No.
9 does not hit, sorry.
Then. Awesome.
I
We
mean,
Cola
advantage?
decent. Yes.
Oh. Yeah.
That hits.
Yep, that hits.
For a whole 2. Know that because. Giant Smite
Yeah,
does
your
not apply-
giants
does not apply here.
your giants might only
Once.
yeah. Okay, wow, that's the first small doll that actually survived an attack. You go ahead to stomp it, but you kind of get its legs only, so you pretty much just crush the doll's legs. It goes and tries to stab your foot, but it's too big to actually have this small weapon pierced. So it's not really doing anything, it's more just like poking your foot. But other than that, anything else you'd like to do?
I didn't.
Flex on the tiny doll after you disabled it?
No.
Bruh.
I'm flexing, just flexing myself back to full health.
Okay. Uh,
And with that,
sorry.
my job here is done.
Alright. Now we move on to Lambus. What would you like to do?
Landbis will use his action to dash.
Dash way too.
Over here. And as a bonus action, I'll cast a spiritual weapon behind the doll next to the patron here
Yep.
and attack the doll.
Alrighty. An attack.
11.
11 does not hit, sadly.
Well, that's all I have.
Alright. We move on to Lily. On the ground before you is a disabled little doll trying to stab a giant owl. Well,
Okay, so would you say that because it's trying to stab that owl, she could move away without an attack of opportunity from it?
no, it's still gonna get an attack of opportunity.
'Cause she'll feel bad killing him. It's fine. She'll just be ruthless. Let's go.
Oh, that
Does that hit it?
yeah, that's enough to kill it. How would you like to?
Okay.
How would you like to kill this poor disabled doll?
As painlessly as possible if it can feel pain.
Well, I mean, it is a doll that can't feel pain naturally, so.
Okay. She'll kind of just like lean down, crush it with her fist, and then move on.
All right, fair enough.
Did
She'll
I
put
sing
herself
I am disabled?
between them and do some punches. That and then flurry of blows. Oh shame, my cat wants to come in. Just okay. I don't know how. I think only 2 of those hit. Let me just.
No, only one of those hit.
Ooh. Oh fuck. Come, Mika.
Yep.
There we go.
So you did 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof. Okay. Let's actually. I forgot that she has other key things. So I think she'll do. Oh, she has a bonus action. Yeah, let's use the bonus action. Once per short rest, creatures of your choice within 10 feet that can hear you must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. It's a very low DC, or become frightened until the end of my next turn.
Okay, so it's pretty much only him.
Yeah.
Okay.
The cat as well is there. You can roll.
The cat knows this roar that is coming.
Yeah.
Unless you
and
want.
it's of my choice. No, she doesn't want to frighten her cat. That's her baby. Me cat, I'm busy.
Alright. What's your DC?
14.
It failed. So he's now
He
frightened of you.
failed?
Yeah, he failed.
Oh,
It's a doll. It doesn't have that much intelligence.
fair enough. And then, she'll use the point to make that, last strike a stunning strike.
Alright.
Needs to make
Do
a con save,
Which
DC 17.
Okay. Okay. You got an 18.
Oh. Okay. So he's not stunned, but he's frightened, and I think that means that he can't kind of come closer to
Yeah,
her.
no, he can only run away from you now.
Yeah, so she'll just move there to make sure that he can't get past her. But yeah, he's not gonna get to Yuna.
Alright. Is that the end of your
There
turn?
we go. Yeah.
Cool. We move on to the patrons. The guy by the pianos gonna run behind, try and hide away from any dolls that have not been seen. This Vax is gonna run all the way to the door. I measured he can get there. Lucky him. This they're all gonna be running for their lives now. This one's also gonna run, but the dog gets an attack of opportunity. Oh shit. Alright, so as he's running away, the doll is able to kind of slice his Achilles tendon, so he falls to the ground and it just jumps on him and just gets rid of him, basically. And that is the Patreon's turn. We move on to Tyron. What would you like to do?
Gonna attack this little shit in front of me.
Go ahead, roll the hit.
That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, what's your minimum damage?
Well, I just rolled a 10.
Oh, it's gone. How would you like to destroy this little thing?
Just Tyron turns around to approach the big bad. Notices something just right down at his feet. Just swipes down like with a brush, and like a brush, it just disappears into dust.
Very well.
And just sort of like storming over here, getting between the table and him kicking the chair out of the way. It's gonna make another.
Can Smallbean just run
I'm
away?
going to use a channel divinity to make that a 24 to hit.
Alright. 24 to hit.
Lovely.
I will say while you kick the chair away, something run away from you. Couldn't tell what, but something did.
I think I saw the can
You,
earlier.
you,
I would have
you,
known.
you can assume it was.
And I'll spend my last spell slot for another smite.
Alright.
13, 8, and 9. That is 30 points of damage.
God damn! You guys aren't giving him much of a chance, eh?
Nope.
He's looking horrible at this stage. I mean, more pieces of him are falling off that he quickly tries to pick up and reattach, but some of them he can't, they just fall off again. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I think that's my turn.
Alrighty. Yuna, what would you like to do?
Bonus action, disengage, so these little shits don't get out attacks of opportunity on me, and then we're gonna move to here and fire at the main guy once again.
Alright, go ahead, roll to hit.
Not a chance.
Yeah, no.
That's shit.
Alrighty. Anything else you'd like to do?
I used my bonus action and my action. I've got nothing left.
Fair enough. So, you're able to kind of get the dolls off of you as you run off to the side, pull back on your bow quickly and let it go. you were a bit hasty to do this, and so the arrow kind of flies a bit too high. You are able to pin his top hat to the wall, but it's not attached to him, so it's not any damage at all. We move on to the remaining dolls. I believe that
One of
one.
them is to roll. Yeah.
Yep,
I'll roll damage.
is it below 10? Come on, be below 10.
Not this time.
Okay, yeah, that one pops like a light. There we go. Okay, let's see. How many do I have remaining? Do I only have those 5?
It's far. Like,
Yeah, pretty much fuck all. But this one, can he reach? Oh, yes, he can. Run for this oak. This one's gonna run for you. We can just keep that damage as it kind of jumps towards you. Its momentum carrying it enough to actually get close enough, but as soon as it gets within attack range, it just bursts into light in front of you. Like a mini pew. As for the rest, 2 will run behind Tyron, 1 will run behind Lily, and they'll all make attacks. Let's start off with Lily. 2 attacks with advantage. That's a 10 and a natural 20.
Oof. Okay, yeah, she's definitely downed.
Yeah. I
But
need
if
to
it
roll.
does only 1 damage, then I think she only goes unconscious, not death. I don't know if that's how it works. If you get to exactly 0 hit points. Don't know if there's a thing.
Yeah, it all depends on the
Hmm.
DM and the actions that are being taken by the players. In this case, the thing is trying to kill you, so you are bleeding out at this point. So you will need to take death saving throws.
Okay, that's gonna be a bit hard because my laptop just died.
No
But the
worries.
power should be back in like 10-ish minutes.
Alrighty. Okay, we'll move on to Tyron's attack. So that's 2 attacks each with an advantage.
Not well for me then.
No. Well, it depends. Because right now my rolling is shit.
Well, we'll see.
The first advantage, both got natural 1s. So 1 attack misses. That's an 18,
Does not hit.
21,
That hits.
26.
That hit. Does
So
not. No, it hits.
2 attacks hit. Come on, good damage, good damage. Ooh, 10 points of piercing damage.
You know what? That's just enough to get me down.
Oh, you're both down. I was not expecting that. Ooh.
Well, shit.
Alrighty. With that, we move on to Woman's turn. Being freed from the combines of opportunity attacks, he's going to use his bonus action to dash, and he's going to take his 2 attacks against you, Yuna. That's a 26 and a 19.
Both hit.
Alrighty. Are you fucking kidding me? That's 4 points of piercing damage.
For both?
Yeah, each, so 8 in total.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm disappointed with my rolling as well. Max he can do is 10, so pick up the game, dude. Alright. Kind of runs to you with his dagger in hand, pins you to the wall, and just kind of guts you twice. Just, you're going to come with me one way or another.
If you survive to manage that, which I doubt.
He is on fire and he has his crazy smile, so chances are he might. Ready. We move on to Cola. What would you like to do?
Mhm.
There are
Well,
4 miniature dolls remaining and 1 big one, but 2 downed friends.
oh well, they're gonna be fine. Just moving. Maximum move. Out the bow. This guy here is evil.
Alrighty. 15 does not hit.
10 must hit.
Yeah, we're not fooling ourselves here. 10 does not hit. Sorry.
And performed good every day. Job here is done. Takes out a magical cloak and just vanishes.
Alright. Cola rushes forward, wanting to hit Yuna with his massive arrows, so he fires very. Even though he is the great Cola, he can make a mistake sometimes. No, what am I saying? He's afraid that his arrows are so great that they will hurt Yuna as well, so he obviously misses both his shots. With that, we move on to Lambus. What would you like to do?
It's a shame. I will move 15 feet here and I will mass healing word. So it will hit Tyron and Lily, and I assume the civilians are dead.
Yeah, I've been rolling their death saves. They're all dead, unfortunately.
And it will heal 6 allies that are injured,
6.
including me. Yeah,
Okay.
I believe it's 6.
6
Yeah, up to
including you.
6.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. How much do they heal? 6. Alrighty.
6 HP.
Though we'll say that this oak over here is able to use it because he was freshly killed. So,
Yeah, if I can save 1 instead of healing myself, I will do it.
well, I mean, right now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you still have 1 more to heal, but the others were killed pretty early on. So you can't really bring them back, unfortunately.
Does dropping a spell... Oh, I can just cast it again. I'll just cast Spiritual Weapon again. Wait, is it... Yeah, I'll cast Spiritual Weapon again next to the Tabaxi at the door and smack the doll chasing him.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll to attack.
22.
22 hits. Go ahead, roll damage.
11.
Yep. How would you like to kill the small one?
I just bonk it in the head with the hammer.
Alright, your spiritual weapon being a hammer just comes down, pretty much smashing the doll like a nail, driving it a little bit into the stone, but eventually just crushing it completely.
Yeah, and I'll just move the 15 feet I have left towards the rest and end my turn.
Cool. Lily, it is your turn. You have been saved by your getting 6 health. You awaken to see
Awesome.
yourself on the floor.
Is that dude within 45 feet of me? Has he moved?
Yeah, he moved upwards 25 feet from you.
She'll just go put herself between him and Yuna again, because I think Yuna is upward as well. And do the use her last key point and do 4 punch attacks.
Alright, so with her? Like behind the dude? Because you can't really move in
Mm,
between.
Get flanking if you're behind him.
okay,
If you're not able to
let's
see
do-
the screen.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
not able to see the screen. My laptop is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
So
well,
yeah, she'll do that, and then I'll leave it up to you to roll the attacks.
yeah, I would like to mention that the little doll that downed you was still there, so
Oh,
That's
she'll put an
up to
attack towards it first, then.
okay. So 1 attack towards the doll, and unarmed strike,
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Punchy.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, well that's enough to absolutely annihilate this small thing.
Awesome.
I imagine it's like a sort of Hulk Thor moment. You kind of sit up and just to the side of the thing
Sounds
before
about right, yeah.
running to the dude and making 3 more attacks, correct?
Yeah.
That's 1 miss. That's another miss. I'm sorry, Mara, rolling for you is very shit.
And
But
now
we got a hit.
Oh.
two.
You can add advantage.
Oh yes! Fuck, I forgot advantage. Okay, hold on. Hold on, scrap
Guess
all
just
those
3.
rolls. I am re-rolling again, scrap all those rolls. Okay, so we got a 25, that's good. Another 25. And a nat 20, goddamn.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
This is probably going to be enough.
Awesome.
And your critical damage. Okay, so you did a total of 34 points.
35.
Oh, no, 35, yes, sorry. My bad. Lily, how would you like to do this?
I guess like she gets up in that Hulk moment, is over with her superior monk speed. Kind of like turns this guy to face her a bit, like just kind of like pushes on his shoulder a bit so he turns a bit so he can like see her as she like just punches him to death and said, "You shouldn't have looked at us funny." And just the final blow as she says that. And yeah, his face implodes and he falls to the ground. And
Alright.
like just implodes as in like there's a big dent in it. you know?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, so as you get up from your little short, well-deserved nap, you run to the gentleman, pushing on one shoulder, forcing him to kind of look at you, sort of like a frat boy getting attention. You deck his face aside, he deck him again and says, you shouldn't have looked at, and just wham right in the center of his face as your fist just indents it completely. As you pull back, he kind of just stands there for a moment or two before just falling down like a rag doll. Completely gone. Alright,
Yeah, that description is exactly what I had in mind.
love it. Alright, that would be the end of your turn. We move on
Yeah,
to.
she'll also just
Oh, yeah?
give Yuna like a look of like, you alright? Kind of look, you know? And yeah, that'll be a time.
Alright. Well, it's not over yet. So we move to the patrons. The three running towards the door did make it out and was screaming for their lives. Guaranteed to gain some attention. And yeah, the rest are just gonna be hiding. Tyron, you also wake up from a well-deserved nap to find two dolls on top of you trying to stab through your armor.
Tyron just for a split second just does nothing and just watches like oh, what's happening? Looks just no. It makes two.
Go ahead.
Alright, that's a 14 on one of them.
That hits.
Lovely. And a 17 on the other.
Yep.
I think you can roll low enough to not kill them.
Yeah, I think your modifier is too high to actually not
if you
kill
want,
them.
If you want the numbers, that's 20 for the first one and 40 for the second.
How would you like to obliterate these two dolls?
Just just going at Tyron. He just gets up, hand on one knee, taking his time, stands up, picks up his sword, and just in one clean sweep, straight through both of them.
Very nice. With that, we come to the end of combat. Or we exit combat, however you prefer it. As everyone, you regain your senses, look around, and you see that you've, even though you've won the battle, they actually did more damage than you would have hoped for. As 6 patrons lie dead on the ground. Dolls shattered to pieces, and a few patrons that were hiding just absolutely terrified. It's in this moment of silence where you realize the emptiness without the music or the joyful laughs in the tavern, as it is quite literally deadly silent. Pools of blood start to form by the patrons, as you can hear the panic from outside slowly starting to seep in. Is there anything you guys would like to do?
Yeah, Lambis just walks out of the door, goes to the side and pulls out his sending stone.
Alright. What would you like to send?
Yeah, I'll say Alfrom sent assassins to kill one of the party members. Killing civilians in the process might cause conflict between Alfrom and Aloris.
Alright. You don't hear a response for the time being.
Yeah, I'm just waiting.
All right. The rest of you.
Tyron would just give out his lay on hands to everyone who's injured. So who's injured?
You and Lily. Mostly,
And-
Really?
probably.
Just us two?
Yeah.
And
you two
Yuna.
are the worst off.
Okay.
Eunice hurt, but she's like single digits.
Yeah, she can live with it.
Then
Yeah.
I'll put 13 to myself, 13 to Lily, and 4 to Yuna.
All right. Lily gets 14 healing. Yay.
Nice. Thank you.
And after that, Tyron will just quietly gather all the bodies and lay them out and cover them with tarp or cloth, anything you could find.
All right. Were you laying these bodies out like towards the entrance?
I'll do them a favor and put it outside just next to the steps, like round about here.
It's okay. Out in the public. That's nice.
Well, that's what the covers are for.
True. You take your time, trying not to drag these bodies, as it is disrespectful to do so. Just to pick them up and take them out, finding some sort of cloth or anything that you could use to cover them up. The Patreon owners do give you sort of blankets that you can use, as they just too shocked to actually speak at all. They just know that they need to help in some way. And he,
Lily.
my bad. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Lily will try and help. She's not super strong, but she'll try and just carry like the feet to keep them from dragging, make it a bit easier to carry them out without dragging them.
Yeah, that will certainly help Tyron in this case. Okay.
While they're doing that, Yuna is gonna do the loot goblin reading on the big bad guy. See what, if anything else, might be on his. Well, I'd say person, but he's not. So.
Alright, well, going to get a generator for this one.
And I take it that would be an investigation check since I'm
Yes, please.
intentionally looking for shit. At 20.
Alright. So, yeah. Even though you've never built this doll before, or ever seen any, ever since you were reincarnated, you instantly recognize your brother's signature design and how he made his dolls, and you're able to easily pick it apart to find anything useful. You find quite a few bits and pieces of very, should we say, quality parts that you could use in your own dolls or yourself. Sort of, in this case, is like a specialized healing potion for you in a way. That's
Okay.
the best. Other than that, you can find quite a bit of gold actually. About 775 pieces or gold pieces. 25 of which is platinum pieces.
Damn.
Yeah, and
Jeez.
And how many parts, so I can keep track?
you are able to find 3 good parts.
Alrighty.
There's,
Does this work like a basic healing potion? Imagine.
yeah, a basic healing potion. And then
Okay.
the final thing, which to you is new, is you find a black pearl in the head of this gentleman. Alright.
Okay, I've added those all to the bag of holding.
Nicely done. So as you come, or as the night draws further in, and eventually the guards would arrive, very aggravated at the loss of 6 of their civilians, and obviously questioning the people still inside as well as you guys. We're going to end it there for today's session. Thank you all for coming. God, it's been far too long.
Indeed. Thank you.
Oh, thank you guys for coming, being able to make it.
Yeah, I certainly wasn't expecting